bring you this international webinar featuring our distinguished guest speaker from Ghana, who will be sharing his insights on a very important topic, nutrition and eye health. But before we begin, I'd like to thank our global attendees, our community members, and our organizing team for making this international event possible. OPTOBHARAT is a national platform connecting optometry students and professionals across India, aiming to promote learning, collaboration, and professional development. We regularly organize national and international webinars to exchange knowledge and strengthen global connections in the field of vision science. Now, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Enock, a highly dedicated optometrist and organizer at KNUST, Ghana. He's been actively involved in spreading awareness about eye health and the crucial role of nutrition in maintaining good vision and preventing ocular diseases. We're truly privileged to have him here today to share his valuable knowledge and experience with all of us. Without taking much time, let's warmly welcome Mr. Enoch to begin his presentation on nutrition and eye health. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you're audible. You can start now.
I can start now, right? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone here. Okay, let me share my slides to you. I'm coming, please. All right. Today we are going to talk about nutrition and eye health. As you all know, as an optometrist or as a scientist or as a doctor, you need to know more about the food that can help the eye to grow, to sustain, to become fresh, to live, and to stay healthy. Is that okay? And we can start by, nutrition as it stands plays a vital role in the maintaining the optimal eye function and preventing the vision related to eye disorders. The eye, like any other organ, requires efficiently and to protect itself against damage from the light and oxidative stress as well. Okay, so we can know that the retina and then the other ocular tissues are metabolically active and highly susceptible to oxidative damages. Is that okay? So we have some nutrients that help to control the eye, support the eye, so that the eye can become healthy. Okay, so in most cases, wow, in most cases, you can see that as human beings, we need nutrients like um, vitamin A, we have the zinc, we have omega 3 fatty acid, We have vitamin C and E as well. And in the vitamin A, it play a major role in our eyes. It's essential for the formation of rhodopsin. As you all know, the rhodopsin, the visual pigment in the retina is necessary for the night vision. So vitamin A as a nutrient play a major role in our eye as human being. So we have to make sure our eye is healthy. We need to eat a healthy food. We need to get a good nutrient from the food stuff that you eat. And then you have to know that we have some deficiency effects in the eye that we need to do well. We need to eat healthy food. We need to eat fruits. We need to eat vegetables to support our eyes. And vitamin C as a nutrient can also support our eyes, can help our eyes to become healthy. So vitamin C, like ascorbic acid, ascorbic acid is a powerful antioxidant that protects the eyes tissues from the oxidative stress or the essential for collagen synthesis in the cornea. So the vitamin C play a major role to support our eyes. It supports our eyes in many ways as human beings. It supports our eyes in many ways. Without the vitamin C, we cannot see clear. Without the vitamin C, we can actively actively get some diseases, as you all know, cataract, glaucoma, and other stuffs. So the vitamin C play a major role also in the eyes as human beings. So as a human being, we need to always take in charge of the food that you eat. You need to make sure you eat a healthy food. You need to make sure you get a fruit. You need to make sure you get a proper and the functional nutrients from the food that you eat. We need to live away with the oil food that we eat for your eyes to become good and clear, healthy. You need to make sure you eat the food that give you a major or a supportive nutrient that provide all the essential nutrients for the eye. Is that okay? So we have some the deficiency effects like the weak collagen in the cornea, like a weak collagen in the cornea. If you don't have proper or if you have a poor nutrient, you may not see well. So as I said, nutrition helps in many ways. Nutrition helps our eyes. Okay, as I said, nutrition plays a major role, as they are saying, is a biochemical and physiological process by which the organism obtains and uses food to support its life. So nutrition plays a major role in maintaining the optimal eye function and preventing the vision related to disorders. Okay, so the eye, like any other organ, requires a specific nutrient to perform efficiently and to protect itself against diseases. So the eye can be protected by itself, like when we eat the food that contain the essential nutrients in the eyes. Okay, so the nutrients, some of the nutrients we can obtain from the fruits, the vegetables that we eat. The eyes, as you hear, we have some healthy nutrients, as you can see from the slides. You have some beans, carrots, salmon. All these things, all these nutrients comes together to support our eyes against any diseases. Is that okay? So you can't be a human being. You can't just be eating any food like that. We need to make sure you eat the food that contains the essential nutrients to support our eyes from any diseases like the glaucoma, the cataract, and other eye diseases. Is that okay? Please, the next slide.
Change the slide.
Yeah, so we have to know that why nutrition is important to the human eyes. Nutrition play a major role in the eyes as a proper nutrition is for health because vitamins, then antioxidants and the fatty acid help maintain vision, protect against oxidative and what damage it produce, it prevents damages as well. So nutrition play a major role, as I said earlier on, and it help build the eyes, it protect the eyes from any disease, a lot of diseases. As a human being, you need to eat the food that contains the essential nutrients, the nutrients like vitamin C, as you can see from there, vitamin C. We have the vitamin E as well. We have the fatty acid, which is the omega-3 fatty acid, the zinc, as you can see from the slides. We have some pineapples, oranges. You need to like get a meat so that you can get the essential nutrients that will support the eyes against any diseases. Please, the next slide. All right, so the food that contain vitamin A are from the group of what? Fatty soluble compounds, including the retinol and then carotene, which are special and then essential for the immune system, for the growth, and provide what? A clear vision. So you need to eat fruit like sweet potato, carrots, mangoes, oranges. All these things support our eyes. It give our eyes a clear vision. It prevents our eyes from diseases, getting a lot of diseases. One last time, one guy came to our hospital, and then the person were like, he can't see clear. So we did a lot of tests for the person. Then the person were like, so we asked the person if the person eats a proper food, a person gets a good nutrient, but that was a zero. You don't even check the diet, the food that he eats. He eats every food without checking if this food is going to help my eye, if this food is going to um, give us confidence to see clear. Is that okay? So we did a lot of tests for the person, but with this one question, he couldn't answer because he didn't take care of the diet. He don't care about the nutrients in the food. He doesn't know that nutrients also support our eyes. Nutrients in the food provide clear vision. Nutrients in the food prevents us against diseases. So we just gave him some prescriptions to go about it. We gave him some steps to follow. We asked him to go and get a proper diet. He should check on his diet. That one will help the eyes to become healthy. So as we are now, we need to get a proper food. We need to get fruits, oranges, mangoes, like let me say leaf vegetables. All these things support our eyes against any diseases like the cataract, the glaucoma. You cannot be a human being without checking on your diet. We cannot be there without taking a food that do not contain a proper or essential nutrient. Is that okay? So the vitamin A also play a major role in our eye, for our eyes to see clear, for a clearer vision as well. Please, the next slide. Next slide. All right. So as I was saying, I was also talking about omega-3 as well. Okay. So as you know, foods enriched omega-3 fatty include the fatty like the fish, salmon. Okay. We need to make sure we eat fish. Okay, because the omega-3 maintains the retinal what photoreceptor cell membranes. That's the function of the omega-3 for our eye. It's what maintains the retinal photoreceptor cell membranes, and it also reduces what inflammation and promotes tear production. That is omega-3. So omega-3 also play essential role in our eye. It supports our eyes. It maintains the retinal photoreceptor cell membranes, reduces inflammation, and promotes tear production. Is that okay? Then they have some deficiencies, okay, in omega-3 fatty acid. We have something like dry eye syndrome. Is that okay? Dry eye syndrome, and then retinal dysfunction. If you don't have a proper diet, if you don't have the nutrients omega-3, is that okay? So you have to make sure you get omega-3 nutrients to be free from dry eye and retinal dysfunction. Is that okay? So I will encourage each one of you here to check on your diet. Make sure you get omega-3 fatty acid, which maintain our photoreceptor cells membranes in the eyes, which also reduce the inflammation and promote the tear production. So that it can be free from dry eye syndrome, retinal dysfunction, and other things. Is that okay? Please, the next slide. All right, vitamin C. Vitamin C. Vitamin C, as you know, is ascorbic acid. Yeah, ascorbic acid, and it's powerful antioxidant that protects eye tissues from oxidative stress and essential for collagen synthesis in the cornea. So the vitamin C play a major role in the cornea. Is that okay? So it protects the eye tissues from oxidative stress and also the essential for collagen synthesis in the cornea. So we have to get foods like orange, apple, watermelon, guava, banana, strawberry. All these things support our eyes. It protects our eyes. It protects our eyes. Okay. So we have some deficiencies, which when we lack vitamin C, we can easily face those challenges in our eyes. We can get a weak collagen in the cornea if you don't have vitamin C. It increases the risk of cataract. You can easily get a cataract without, if you don't eat food that contain vitamin C, you can easily get a cataract. And we know what cataract can do. Is that okay? So we need to eat food that contain vitamin C. As I said, it's ascorbic acid. Yeah, and it's powerful. It play a role by protecting the tissues from what the oxidative stress and also the essential collagen for synthesis in the cornea. Is that okay? So we need to eat the food like the citrus fruits, bell pepper, strawberries, banana, oranges, apples. All these things support our eyes and it protects our eyes against diseases. Please, the next slide. All right. So vitamin E, which are also photo, no, sorry, tocopherol. We call something tocopherol, which is the vitamin E. The vitamin E, they are the lipid soluble antioxidant. Okay, they also protect the cells membranes in the retina from free radical damage. Okay, so that's the function of the vitamin E food or vitamin E nutrients. It play the role by protecting the membrane in the retina from any free or radical damage. Okay, so if you don't eat food that contain vitamin E nutrients, you are likely to get what retinal degeneration. They can also what reduce visual function. Okay, if you don't eat the food that contain vitamin E. So I am making it clear that vitamin E also play a major role in our eye nutrition. To help our eye to become healthy, to help our eye against any diseases. Okay, so you eating vitamin E food like you have the avocado, nuts, leafy vegetables, okay, and green leafy vegetables. All those green food can help our eyes against with from any diseases, okay, from any deficiency like retinal degenerations, and it can also reduce visual function if you don't eat vitamin E food. Is that okay? All right, the next slide. Okay, so we have the zinc. We have the zinc. The zinc also play a major role. Okay, so the zinc is the cofactor for the retinal dehydrogenase, okay, which converts vitamin A into retinal. So the function of the zinc is just simple. It converts vitamin A into retinal. Is that okay? Which support the enzyme systems in the retina. And then retinal pigment epithelium. That's the basic function for the zinc. That's what the zinc do or does for our eyes. Okay, it supports the enzyme systems in the retina and retinal pigment epithelium. So the zinc also play these major roles. If you don't have the zinc nutrients, you are likely to go blind. Okay, if you lack zinc nutrients, you are likely not to see clear in the night. You are going to get a poor vision or a poor night vision if you lack zinc nutrients, or delay wound healing in ocular tissues. If you get any wounds around your eyes or inside your eyes, it's likely it's going to delay. It's not going to heal early. Is that okay? If you lack zinc nutrients, that's what's going to happen. So you need to eat food like meat, beans, nuts, seafood. Is that okay? Especially the seafood is the best. If you like zinc, you are likely not to see clear in the night. You're going to have poor night vision, and you're going to get a delay wound healing in the ocular tissues. If you get any infected wound around your ocular tissues, it's going to be delayed. It's not go early as we expect because you lack what zinc nutrients. All right, the next slide. Okay, I think I have said everything. This is summarized for the rules or the function that I just said about the vitamin E, omega 3, vitamin C and E, and then the zinc. I just summarize everything here. All right. Next, all right. This is a summarization of everything. Yeah. So I've just explained everything there. So I think I'm almost done with that. Can we go to the, I think, conclusion part? Yeah. Next one. All right. So in everything, as I am about to end this presentation, I am sorry for any inconvenience about my setup. Sorry if I made a mistake somewhere. So in conclusion, the optimal nutrition is crucial for maintaining clear vision. Is that okay? Preventing the eye diseases and supporting lifelong ocular health. That is all this about. Okay, so as a human being, if you want your eye to become healthy, if you want to stay healthy without getting any eye diseases, without getting any challenges around your eye or in the ocular tissues, we need to make sure you follow all these steps. You need to make sure you check up on your diet. You need to make sure you have a proper balanced diet, proper nutrients. Okay, you need to check on your vitamin C, omega 3, zinc, vitamin E, and A. Is that okay? So you need to make sure you get all these things. And I bet you they are going to help you get a clear vision, a healthy vision without any disease like the ocular cataracts and then glaucoma. Okay, and supporting a lifelong ocular health as well. So a balanced diet rich in antioxidants, okay, vitamin, vitamins, you have the vitamins, you have the omega-3 fatty acid, which is what one of the effective ways to protect the eyes and preserve the sight as well. So without all these things, without all that I've mentioned so far, you are going to face challenges in your eye. Is that okay? So I'll encourage each one of you here to check up on your diet, to get a proper nutrient. Is that okay? You need to make sure you get all these nutrients from the food that you eat. It should be proper proportion. Let me read that way. So that you can be free from any diseases, any eye diseases at all. All right. I think I'm done now. Thank you. Please, any.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Enoch. And there's absolutely no reason whatsoever to apologize because whatever the technical issues were, what actually matters is how informative a session is. And it was one of the most informative sessions I've been a part of. Now, let us move on to the question and answer session. If anyone has any doubt, please put it in the chat box and I'll
Oh yes.
ask it with the.
If you have any doubts, any perception, you can let me know.
If any participant has any question, please put it in the chat box and I'll read it out to the speaker to answer. Okay, so we have our first question here. What is the best nutrition for suspect glaucoma?
I'm coming.
Do
You
you want
keep
me
the
to
questions
repeat it?
coming, okay? Keep the questions coming.
Yeah, we have a first question. What is the best nutrition for a glaucoma suspect?
Um, okay. As I said, glaucoma is a group of eye diseases characterized by what? The damage of the what? Optical nerve, okay? So I suggest when you get all these nutrients, okay? If you get vitamin E, vitamin C, I think that one is the best nutrient against glaucoma, okay? Zinc is also part, as I said, zinc is what cofactor in the antioxidant enzymes that protect the optic nerve cells, okay? So if you get zinc as well, it's going to help you out. Vitamin E and A is going to support you as well. All right. The next question. What's the next question?
The next question is, what is the relationship between vitamin A and corneal diseases or night blindness?
Relationship between vitamin. Okay. Vitamin A maintain the epithelia and then retinal health. Is that okay? Vitamin A protects the what? Epithelia and retinal health diseases. Is that okay? So if you lack vitamin A, it means you are mostly going to what? Get night blindness. You're not going to see well. Is that okay? So vitamin A supports the eyes against any diseases, support the cornea. It mostly work within the cornea. So you can be free from any cornea disease or night blindness. So the major role for the vitamin A is what? The major role for the vitamin A maintain the epithelial and then the retinal health. So if you eat food like the carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, eggs and stuff, I think they are going to support you to be free from eye disease or from the night blindness as well. Thank you. Next question.
What is the main role of vitamin A in dry eye syndrome and bidded spot?
Next question.
Do you, what is the main role of vitamin A in dry eye syndrome and bidded spot?
Okay. As I said, vitamin A play a major role in the epithelial and the retinal health. Okay. So as vitamin A, it will fight against any ocular diseases in the eyes. Okay. So if like you have a dry eyes, okay, a very dry eye, if you eat vitamin A nutrient or if you eat food that contain vitamin A nutrients, it's going to play a role or you're going to play a role against any diseases. So you're going to help the eye build its tissues and the cells again. Okay, that's dead cells. You're going to make sure they are healthy, they get proper nutrients, and are going to fight against any dry eye. And I think you're going to be free. So the vitamin A play that major role in our eye as well against the dry eye. It helps against any disease, any eye diseases, and it supports your eyes from any dryness, from any dryness. So it raise up, let's say it raise up the dead cells, or the dead tissues. Is that okay? Please, any question?
I don't think there are any more questions. Thank you so much for such wonderful questions to our attendees, and thank you to our speaker for such insightful responses. As we come to the end of today's webinar, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Enock for his valuable time, expertise, and contribution. Your presentation has truly enlightened us about the impact of nutrition on eye health and overall well being. A special thanks to OPTOBHARAT's founder and director, Mr. Nizamuddin SK, for his constant guidance and efforts in building such a powerful learning platform for optometry students and professionals across India. We also thank all our participants from India, Ghana, and other countries for joining us today and making this event successful. Stay connected with OptoBharat through our social media platforms for upcoming national and international webinars. Until next time, this is Shazia Shapir, your moderator, signing off with warm regards. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.